Yeah, I think it sometimes as coaches, this is just my own experience. When you're coaching the offensive side of the puck, if you're not careful, you can get in the way of instincts. And so, with players like Gabe and players that are offensively gifted, we try to stay out of the way a little bit there. We tread softly because we don't want to get in the way of their instincts. Gabe obviously saw something that he chose to make that play. You know, um, we're encouraging him to trust his instincts. You know, um, it's easy for us to sit here and say, "Hey, you should have shot it," but if that pass goes through the skates and Mika has a tap in on the backside, we're all celebrating what an unbelievable play he made. Right? We have the luxury of that. He doesn't. So, for me, the biggest thing is he needs to trust his instincts because he sees it really well, and that's one of the strengths of his game, and we certainly don't want to get in the way of that.
Did you find that his game today was a little bit louder than previous games, maybe?
I thought in the second, third period he responded really well. I thought he was in the puck battles. For an undersized guy, he wins pucks. He has a good stick. He uses his brain and his stick skills, his quickness, to win puck battles, and he plays the game with courage. He'll go to the blue paint. He's engaged in the battle areas down low in the corners, and I thought he won pucks. And his playmaking ability, I think, is his greatest attribute, and he made a handful of them in the second and third period for sure. We utilized him in the overtime. Makes a great defensive play on Malkin, who's not a small guy, and so we really think his game is coming. We're trying to help him grow his game in different aspects, but as I said, the biggest thing for me that we were pleased about was just how he responded in the second and the third. It's not easy as a young player, to play with the types of players that he's playing with, JT and Mika. There's an expectation there when you play with players like that. And what I'll tell you is Mika and JT both, they really like Gabe and his game. They like playing with him because they see what we see. They see his offensive instincts, his ability to make plays,